What's up, guys? So yesterday I watched the UFC Fight Night and just wanted to give you some feedback on some things I saw and things to look out for as you watch fights in the future. A couple of things, I actually wrote them down on a piece of paper, so let me glance through. I just went over the main card, just 3 fights on the main card. I watched the Elkins, Daniel Paneda fight. That was a very good back and forth fights, and the first round was very impressive. Daniel Paneda got taken down a couple of times, and he was attacking the neck, and his transitions were very smooth, very similar to the system and the sequencing that I show my students. He would go from guillotine to anaconda to Dars, or from guillotine to Dars to anaconda. He was switching back and forth these 3 options. He was obviously never able to get the choke. Darren Elkins is a phenomenal grappler, and wrestled in college and wrestled his whole life, and also trains the team Alpha Male, where they're really good at neck attacks, and I'm sure he's used to putting guillotines and anaconda chokes and stuff like that all the time. But it was very good sequencing back and forth for Paneda in that first round, and it was amazing that he didn't gas his arms out, that he was able to continue to still throw after that, because when you go for that many chokes in one round, or especially over like a 2 or 3 minute time period the way he did, it drains your arms when you're the constant squeezing. You have to really train your squeeze when you are preparing for this, when you're trying to do something like that, because you will burn out, and you'll be a better striker than the guy and not be able to lift your arms because your blood is your arms are blood pumped and you can't throw. So very impressive for him. But Darren Elkins did end up getting the decision and winning a close decision. It was a very good competitive fight. Next up, I watched the Phillips Rob Font fight, and Phillips' ground and pound, his ground control. When he got Rob Font down in the first round, it was impressive. He held him, and Rob Font's a veteran. Rob Font has a lot of experience, so for him to be able to hold him down with that level of control, that was very impressive for sure. And then Font did work his way up, was able to stuff more takedowns as the fight went on, and broke him with pressure. Came forward a lot of pressure, and did a really good job of shrinking the ring. He was never chasing the guy. He would cut him off. He would move to the left. He would cut him off to the left. Same thing with the right. He was really pressuring and doing, sudden little techniques to keep the pressure up and cut him off without draining his own energy. And then the main event, we had Michael Pereira, I think this is his name, Pereira versus Hernandez. So the first round, Pereira comes out and he hits a couple body kicks pretty solid. He landed 2 front kicks, and it looked like it stunned him a little bit and hurt him to the body a little bit, but he was able to recover. And then the next round, Hernandez kept doing some pretty unique stuff. He kept doing a spinning hook kick to the thigh. So Michael Pereira would turn southpaw, and that's when Hernandez would do a spinning hook kick to the thigh. And he tried it multiple times and landed it 2 or 3 times. It was a really impressive technique. That's an old school technique that the K1 fighter Andy Hung used to throw, and I remember he was one of the only ones I ever saw throughout the history of kickboxing actually do that effectively. So very impressive for Hernandez to land that multiple times in a fight. And then the third round, I saw Michael Pereira jump for a guillotine, and that cost him. Then he was stuck on bottom the rest of that round, and then the next couple rounds, it was just the pace of the grappling and him getting down and getting ground and pounded, and couldn't stop the barrage of punches Hernandez was throwing, along with the volume and just the pressure. Really good really good ground control from Hernandez, and impressive fight for sure. Definitely someone that wasn't on my radar that really performed last night and looked good. So definitely someone to watch out for in the future, guys. All right, any other subjects you'd like me to go over, just leave a comment below. And if you're new to martial arts, looking for a gym in your area, get my book, The Ultimate Guide to Choosing Your Martial Arts School and Instructor. The link is in the description below. Thank you, guys.